In the golden age of 1970s, American television, few shows captured the everyday triumphs and heartaches of a single mother, navigating life with two teenage daughters as poignantly and humorously as One Day at a Time. This particular episode, affectionately known among fans as Barbara Plus 2, stands as a sparkling gem in the show's second season, masterfully blending the lighthearted chaos of teenage romance with deeper reflections on honesty, kindness, and the delicate balancing act of adolescence. From the very first lines of the script, we are drawn into the warm lived-in apartment of the Romano family, where the ordinary rhythms of domestic life quickly give way to a classic teenage dilemma that feels both timeless and deeply rooted in its era. The episode opens with a charmingly awkward encounter that immediately sets the tone for the comedy to come. Bob Morton, the sweet but painfully shy boy who has clearly been harboring feelings for Barbara for some time, approaches Anne Romano, here endearingly mispronounced as Miss Ramona in the earnest delivery of the transcript, with a hesitant request. His fumbling attempt to inquire about Barbara's availability for the upcoming school dance on Friday night reveals volumes about his character. Bob is not the smooth operator. He is the boy who admits he cannot dance, worries about his self-confidence, and even jokes about being an accident as revealed by his sister. This vulnerability is portrayed with such gentle authenticity that it instantly endears him to the audience. Anne, ever the wise and patient single mother, offers gentle encouragement, reminding him that a little self-confidence could only help, and echoing the timeless advice that he who hesitates is lost. These opening moments brilliantly establish the central theme of the perils of teenage kindness. Barbara Romano, a kind-hearted and considerate young woman, finds herself trapped not by malice but by her own reluctance to hurt others' feelings. The script wastes no time in contrasting the quiet sincerity of Bob with the more assertive energy that will soon enter the picture. As Barbara returns home, the sisterly banter between her and Julie crackles with the authentic rhythms of sibling rivalry and support. Julie, ever the more mischievous and outgoing of the two, teases her sister about the dance while revealing her own schemes involving Cliff Randall. The laundry, the root beer, the casual domestic details, all these elements ground the story in the relatable reality of 1970s apartment living, where space is tight, emotions run high, and privacy is a luxury. What makes this episode so enduringly delightful is its keen observation of the social pressures facing teenage girls in the 1970s. This was a decade of profound cultural shifts. The women's movement was gaining momentum. Traditional family structures were evolving in the wake of rising divorce rates, and young people were exploring new freedoms in dating, self-expression. Yet beneath the surface of bell-bottoms and pep rallies lay the same universal anxieties about popularity, peer judgment, and the fear of disappointing others. Barbara's predicament, having tentatively accepted Bob's invitation while secretly hoping for Cliff's, encapsulates this tension perfectly. The script handles it with a light touch, allowing the humor to emerge organically from the characters' genuine emotions, rather than forced slapstick. Anne Romano emerges early as the emotional and moral anchor of the household. Her interactions with Bob showcase her remarkable ability to be both supportive and realistic. She does not dismiss his insecurities but gently nudges him toward courage, reflecting the show's broader celebration of single motherhood as a role that demands both strength and empathy. In an era when television often portrayed mothers as either saintly homemakers or comedic harpies, Anne stands out as a fully realized woman working outside the home, advocating for equal rights and raising her daughters with a blend of firmness and understanding that feels revolutionary even today. The dialogue in these early scenes sparkles with the sharp naturalistic writing that defined the series. Mispronunciations like Miss Ramona and Mr. Mona add layers of affectionate humor, highlighting the slight chaos of everyday family communication. When Julie lets Bob in and the laundry folding reminder goes unheeded, we sense the lived-in authenticity of the Romano home. It is not a pristine sitcom set but a real place where girls forget chores, boys drop by unannounced with Scrabble games, and mothers juggle multiple roles with weary grace. As the story unfolds, the theme of kindness as both virtue and trap deepens. Barbara's hesitation to reject Bob outright stems from a genuine decency that the script treats with respect rather than mockery. This is no simple story of a fickle teenager. It is a nuanced exploration of how good intentions can complicate young lives. The episode cleverly uses the school dance, a quintessential 1970s ritual, involving corsages, new dresses, and heightened social stakes as the perfect backdrop for these dynamics. The dance represents not just romance but status belonging and the thrilling yet terrifying transition from childhood to adulthood. Historical context enriches our appreciation here. In 1975, American teenagers were coming of age amid the aftershocks of the sexual revolution, the Vietnam-era's disillusionment and the rise of youth consumer culture. School dances remained important social arenas where traditional courtship rituals mingled with newer, more casual attitudes toward dating. The script captures this moment beautifully, neither romanticizing nor cynically dismissing it. Instead, it finds humor and heart in the gap between youthful fantasies and the messy realities of human relationships. The performances implied by the transcript suggest excellent timing and delivery. Bob's stammering sincerity, Julie's quick-witted scheming and Anne's measured responses create a rich comedic ensemble. Even minor details, such as Barbara's quip about thanking the elevator for the lift, reveal her wonderful sense of humor, a trait that makes her instantly likable despite her growing predicament. In welcoming us to this dance dilemma, the episode invites viewers into a world that feels intimately familiar. It reminds us that the struggles of growing up, learning when kindness must be balanced with honesty, when self-interest serves the greater good, and how family provides both comfort and necessary challenge, are eternal even as the fashions and technologies of the 1970s give them a distinct flavor. The peril of teenage kindness is not presented as a flaw but as a deeply human quality that drives both comedy and growth. This opening section of the script lays a masterful foundation, blending situational humor with character-driven insight. It promises an evening of laughter while subtly preparing us for the emotional truths that will emerge as Barbara's dilemma intensifies. In doing so, one day at a time, once again proves its brilliance as a show that finds profound meaning in the smallest domestic moments, celebrating the resilience of its characters, while gently satirizing the absurdities of everyday life in a changing America. The warmth of the writing, the relatability of the conflicts and the affectionate portrayal of family bonds make this episode a standout example of 1970s sitcom craftsmanship at its finest. We are left eager to follow Barbara deeper into her romantic tangle, knowing that whatever chaos ensues, the Romano family and the show's creators will navigate it with heart, humor and hard-earned wisdom.